there, hi there, ho there, friends. I don't remember where we left off on this. I know I was seducing her, that beautiful bitch. And she's gone, okay. So I'm actually just gonna load into a new game. I have been having a hell of a fucking day. So we're gonna load in and we're gonna see what we can do. Yeah, see, we kind of... which one has more time on it? You do. So we're gonna get rid of this one. Yes. New game. We're actually gonna go with my real name. Boom. Let's do this. You woke up on the beach soaking wet salt water, stinging the inside of your throat as you nearly drowned. Water falls from your mouth as you open it to gasp for air. You have no memory of how you got here. In fact, you can only remember your own name, but not where you came from or a single fact about your life. What you do know is that despite the outrageous beauty of the landscape around you, you feel incredibly sick to your stomach. Well, I really went down the wrong pipe, huh? You need a minute, or can I go on? Narrator. I can give you a minute. We've got plenty of time. Endless time, really. An eternity if you catch my drift. The fucking ocean. Whoa, not now, ocean. Sorry, Michaela. May I continue? Please, go on. Okay then, as I was... Sorry. As I was saying... If you hear screaming, it's the children outside, I apologize. You look down at your feet, ankle deep in the crystal blue water of a newly arrived wave. As the water recedes back into the ocean, it reveals a grotesque discovery. That's a regular Tuesday. Decomposing face stares up at you from beneath the sand. All you can do is vomit. A stream of dark bile, bugs, worms, and other... Ugh. Questions race through your mind. Where are you? How did you get here? Who's behind this incredibly charming and well-spoken voice in your head? However, answers don't come easy. Your mind is completely blank. What will you do? Okay, I don't remember what I did last time. We're gonna dig up that face. I'm gonna be weird as hell. Hi. You brush the sand away from the half-buried human head embedded in the ground before you. Ooh. There is no body, just this head. As you pick it up, flakes of skin fall to the ground, the jaw falls open, revealing a gold coin sitting on the rotting tongue of this poor dead soul. Getting your hands dirty, I see. I like that. You're a take charge type. Okay. I actually think I have a coin that looks similar to this. It's from, like, some Ren Fair stuff that I have. You examine the gold coin briefly, happily distracted from what has otherwise been an extremely confusing morning. The sun beams down on you, drying your clothes. You check your pockets, but they're empty. Plenty of room for a gold coin, you suppose, so you deposit it. Why, that's a nice coin you've got there. What if you were to spend it right now? No, thanks. Look, I'm gonna levy with you here. That coin you found, it's mine. I dropped it yesterday, and I've been looking all over for it. Dropped it. In a dead person's mouth. Could you just give it back? No. Be that way then. Your mind doesn't have a chance to linger any longer on your current situation as you feel something soft bump into your foot. It's Wilson! When you look down, you find a volleyball sitting in the sand there next to you. You stare down, frozen. A voice calls out from behind you. Little help, please. You turn around, and when you see what's waiting for you, your jaw just about hits the ground. I'm misreading so much of this. I'm so sorry. I'm a lesbian. Fuck. Shh. Maybe I'm bi. I don't. God damn it. If I ever do a trapper run, you guys will know it's like the last thing I do. My phone just lit the fuck up. What? I'm a professional! 4 gorgeous monsters stand halfway between you and a well-tended volleyball court. Just remove trapper, and we're good. Each of them oozes with undead energy, a magical aura reaching out and penetrating you via your eyes. Perverts. Your heart begins to race. Curiosity, fear, desire. You can't help but stare at these casually dressed, let's call them killers. I don't know, not to be judgmental. It's just the energy they put out there. So many competing feelings rush through your mind at once as that you are completely paralyzed. Hello? There are weird days, and then there's this. All you can do is look down at the ball and back up at this monstrous lineup of, well, literal monsters. Sexy-ass monsters, though. What do you do? Kick it back. You swing your foot and awkwardly strike the volleyball, sending it bouncing across the sand towards Huntress. It doesn't make it all the way. Everyone stares at you silently, observing your unsportsmanlike shame. My fat ass could never play sports. They must be wondering, have you ever seen a volleyball before? That's surely what I'm wondering right now. It's not a soccer ball. What a dork. You feel so awkward that you can barely see straight, but through the haze of your embarrassment, you catch Wraith looking at you from the corner of your eye. Oh my god, I love the man. I love Wraith. Huntress jogs the rest of the way to grab the volleyball, and they all turn and head back to the court, completely ignoring me. Alone again, you look across the beach at these strange residents who casually bat a volleyball back and forth, happily ignoring your intrusion to their private beach. Should you be frightened, worried, excited? I did refer to them as killers, not to give too much away. My friend is such a fucking simp. At the same time, damn, they are looking very appealing in their own way, and nobody so much as lifted a blood-soaked finger in your direction. Don't be scared, Michaela. You were made for this. I'm gonna... I didn't notice it until just now. My system literally went down. Oh my god. I took everybody to the pool, because I was like, that'd be fun. Fucking... I'm bonding with Wraith, and I'm like, okay, and Wraith's like, let's play Marco Polo. And I'm like, okay, I'll go first. Someone blindfold me. And it just insinuated that I bit my lip at Trapper. No, I did not. Good thing you're getting reined in because it sure seemed like you were about to act up. Not bad. Ooh. I got the end of it! That was pretty good, Michaela. Yes! No, it wasn't. Don't lie. Shut the f*** up, you honky piece of shit. I hate you. Just ignore him. I am. It's okay. I get it. You've just been thrown into a very weird situation. You held your own. I respect that. I love him! It was a good game. I say we celebrate by throwing this waiter, whose name I forgot, into the pool. Defend Dwight. Knock it off, Trapper. You're no fun. Thank you, Michaela. I won't forget this. Well, I mean, I might. Every time I think too deeply, I seem to forget every specific detail in my life beyond the basics of who I am as a person. But that was still cool of you to stick up for me. I got you, Dwight! I'm no expert, even though, as an omnipotent narrator, I probably should be, but I think that means it's time for the next activity. Cool! Seems like the next activity is mealtime. How quaint. You're expecting... what, capture the flag? Do you know how complicated it is to run a game like that? Much more so than sitting and talking. You arrive to the cookout area and find an assortment of picnic tables scattered around. You were expecting some kind of grand hall with a huge banquet table. This ain't some prestigious, fancy epic like you'd find on cable. Dwight and Claudette usher you to your seat, but there's very limited seating directly around you. Adele, great, terrific. It seems that everyone wants to sit next to you. Even better is that they don't want to sit next to certain other people either. To start, no one wants to sit next to Trapper. Meanwhile, he refuses to sit next to Wraith or Trickster. Trickster! Look at him! I'm such a simp for Trickster. Oh yeah, Trickster's here. Surprised? Yeah, well, they don't call him Expectster. I'm sorry, even I get nervous around crowds of killers. My whole shtick gets a little flustered. Hey there, you're looking good, Michaela. Real good. Go away! I don't need your sass. And we literally can't let Huntress and Trapper sit together. No, seriously, their arms are too big. They can't fit at the table. They sit side by side. Look at this, we can't even fit everyone on screen. At the same time, you probably think it was an error, but it's not. It was completely intentional. Let that be a lesson to you. Every error you think you see is a choice. Got that? Okay, Dwight and Claudette are directing traffic. You sit on one side, the rest of them sit opposite you. Huntress and Trevor can sit at the ends with their enormous, sexy arms. Ugh. Now that everyone is seated, we can begin dinner. Hey, you didn't actually tell us what you're serving. What are we eating? It's meat. Bulge. My favorite. Meat is good. Meat is murder. Which you'd know, considering that what you've been up to. Who are you to get judgy now? I'm just sharing facts. You need to murder something to eat its meat. So that's, like, technically true. He's not wrong. Technically true is the best kind of true. Okay, enough yapping, let's eat! Hey, Michaela, you thinking what I'm thinking? It's gonna be a person on that spit, right? Or several parts of overlapping people? I haven't seen many pigs wearing palm tree button-down prints, you know? When you look closely at the spit, you spot what definitely appears to be scraps of fabric sandwiched between some layers of meat. I know this isn't what you want to eat, but hurry up and volunteer to carve up dinner. It's a Felix! Why don't you let me carve up dinner? Splendid idea. We'd hate for it to get cold. We hated when it got cold. Here's a machete, freshly sharpened. Fuck. Fuck! I'm terrible! It's okay, at least you tried a little. Sometimes trying a little takes a lot of effort. What the hell was that? You ruined dinner. Your swinging was so poorly aimed. You hacked it to pieces. The bad kind of pieces too. I hope you're drunk. What would you say if I told you I had 3 shots of vodka before I started playing this? Dinner's finally served. For real. Should the food and the behavior of the group, this might be the worst meal in history. But even worse is they're staring at you. You're not eating. They don't like that. I think they want an explanation why. What do you want to tell them? I'm sorry, Lester. Actually, it's not the food or the company. I'm just super self-conscious how I look when I eat. I was just pretending to be grossed out by dinner so I'd have an excuse not to chew in front of everyone. Sorry if that made things awkward. I'm actually extremely hungry. Yeah, watching people eat is gross, but try to relax and not worry what everyone thinks. It's so important to always remember people are watching you, judging you, definitely not ignoring you, right, guys? Is anyone listening to me? I'm listening to you! Typically, a group that includes one, if not more, cannibals staring at you with meat juice dripping from their chins would be quite scary. However, right now, you're barely able to keep your head up, let alone get scared and run away. I love him so much. Now that you're finally alone, Wraith looks at you eagerly. You weren't grossed out, were you? Even when you eat, you know you look like a beautiful angel. I can't. This man. I love him so much. You're just pretending to be awkward because it's lonely being so perfect. I love him. All we have in this life are those fleeting connections and other living things, something to remind us we're not alone. Could you possibly as shy and nervous as someone like me? No. I made it up. Oh, well, thanks for being honest with me. How do I say this? It's just, honesty is important to me. I've been burned too many times. Oh! Something about the word burn makes Wraith look away, far away, eyes brimming with tears, and yet at the same time dead. I understand. Wraith looks back at you with those sad eyes, wanting so badly to believe you. He looks down at the ground. I have something very important to tell you. It's about something very special to me. It's not something I tell everybody. But you know how important honesty is to me. I can't expect that from you if I'm not honest in return. He's crying! I am a grown-ass woman! Oh great, I bet he's got crabs. Shut up, narrator! It's about my special bell. What? It belonged to my father. He gave it to me before he and my mother. Well, they had to go away. Oh my god! I am a grown-ass woman! If I was ever in danger, I was supposed to ring this bell. It didn't really work, but it's all I have of my family with me. Wow, Wraith, thank you for telling me. Here, hold it. Whoa, Wraith just gave you his bell. Sound the alarms. What are you gonna do with this thing? Oh my god. Hold the bell delicately. You press the bell, running your fingers over its rusty... Is that dried blood? Why are you touching this thing? Thank you for sharing this important part of yourself. I cannot! You hand the bell back. Wraith is looking out wistfully at the ocean. The ocean is beautiful. It's not real. None of this is. Wraith looks at you more intensely than ever. I don't know if you're ready to hear the truth. Oh my god. Just as things are really heating up, you hear a flurry of footsteps behind you, and you quickly spin around, ready to fend off whatever new danger has popped up on this strange island, only to find that it's Dwight and Claudette sprinting across the beach, clipboards in hand, which they're waving in the air above their heads. It's very important that we stick to the itinerary and attend each event as scheduled. Playing sick for cute flirt points is not part of this evening's activities. Shut up, Dwight! That strictly slotted for an after campfire story time at this rate will be late. Playing sick? No, I was. No time for excuses. Well, there is, but that's scheduled for after what comes after the flirting. I swear to God. Go, go, go! We're not going to blame anyone in particular, but someone, and we're not going to say who, so don't worry, you, has been sticking to the schedule. That means we're behind on time for evening activities. We'll only have time for one person to share their special spooky nighttime story. Just one story, but story time's my favorite activity. This is a narrative-heavy experience. You're telling us that only one person gets to share. How will we decide who? Oh great, we have to decide as a group? That never goes well. Whoever did this, step up now. I swear I won't be angry. I'll merely chop your head clean off. No fuss, no muss. Voice trembling, you realize this is probably it for you, but you embrace your fate. Sorry, everyone. I think they're talking about me. To be honest, I still don't understand how this whole schedule thing works. I guess I lost track of time while I was passed out. Been there before. Even though it's taking some pressure off of me, which is an absolute dream come true, is it really fair to pick on the newbie? Yeah, guys. Seriously? Has anything here ever happened on schedule even once? Damn it, Donald! If you try to flex that authority gimmick one more time, so help me, I'll snap your head off so quick, and then I'll drown you in his blood, Cynthia! Fuss and muss are back on! You two know I love to hack, slash, and slice! Trapper. Chill. We all know you love to kill, it's almost all you talk about! Nobody named any names, who even knows what any names, not us! I renounce my name. Who's Donald? Who's Dwight? Who even knows anymore? Call me nobody. That's a good joke. Please pick somebody quickly so the tropical vacation doesn't turn into a bloodbath. Wraith! I choose you, Wraith. Whoa, whoa, this entire experience is being carefully crafted to avoid an IP infringement lawsuit. Let's be careful with the catchphrases. I'm not really one for scary stories. Life is scary enough as it is. You literally carry around the skull and the spine as your little prop. Oh, that was Spirit. I thought that was Huntress. As the other killers laugh, Wraith holds up his skull and gazes into its hollow, dark eye sockets. If you're looking for something Shakespearean in this story, look elsewhere. This is a tale of madness, of staring at the soul of death and never returning. Once upon a time, a young man worked at a junkyard. The man was quiet, kept to himself, just wanted to avoid trouble. While the boss dealt with clients, the young man operated the crusher, turning old cars into cubes of twisted metal. One day, right before crushing a car, he noticed something. Blood. Oh. Drip, drip, dripping. From the trunk. He opened it and found a frightened stranger, bound and gagged. Oh. The young man reeled. Was he about to accidentally murder the stranger? How could this have happened? He freed the stranger, who ran off, into the waiting arms of the boss, the owner of the junkyard. Before his shaken employee could tell him about the mistake they had nearly made, the boss took out a knife and quickly slit the stranger's throat. Oh, he's The young man fell to his knees, unable to comprehend what was happening, as he stared at the ground, too shocked to cry. The boss approached him. "What did you do?" he asked the boss. "I did your job for you." "What do you mean? That's not my job. My job is to crush the cars." The boss let out a miserable scoff, his face contorting in evil disdain for the pathetic wretch in front of him. "What do you think we're crushing? Why do you think we're crushing these cars? To save space? Who do you think my clients are?" I don't know," mumbled the young man. "Yes, you do," screamed the boss. "Deep down, you've always known what was happening here. You just didn't want to admit it to yourself. Your hands aren't clean. My clients give me money and I take care of their problems, eliminate their witnesses, tie up their loose ends. Or actually, you do." "No," the young man whimpered as the boss towered above him. "Yes, you're nothing more than an executioner. You've reaped hundreds of souls." The young man's body shook with soft spasms as he tried to stop crying. It was when the boss started laughing that it happened. Something in the young man changed. He stood up, now taller than the boss. A faint glimmer of fear overtook the snarl of the older man's face. The younger man's face was empty. Empty as he grabbed the boss's throat and dragged him to the car in the crusher. Empty as he picked up the boss and stuffed him inside. Empty as he slammed the trunk down on him, his stupid fat head sticking out begging for mercy. Empty as he started the machine, staring at the boss and its sniveling, crying wet face. Empty as he grabbed the boss's head, dug his fingers in further, piercing the skin. Empty as he squeezed and pulled. Empty as he heard bones popping and snapping. But when the boss's head, still attached to his spine, pulled cleanly out of its disgusting sack of a body, he smiled. Wraith stares back into the eye sockets of his skull. It doesn't matter how good you are, how innocent, how kind, how full of love you once were. When you look into the eyes of evil, you will surely go mad. An awkward silence falls upon the room until... No. That poor young man. I wonder what happened to him. Oh, yeah. We may never know. Well, wherever he is, I hope he's okay. I can't tell, but I think Wraith just smiled. Sorry, it's just weird to see him do it. On that note, everyone decides it's time to take a break and split up for a little bit so that they can have a moment alone before bed. Just yet, Wraith approaches you. Oh, I love him so much! Hey, I'm probably not making a great impression, because, I guess that's not really my thing. I just know that if you got to know me, then, look, the others aren't around. And I really hate the fire pit. I just kind of hate fire in general. Maybe we could go back to the pool? And, I don't know, whatever, you know? Yeah! I thought I had tissues near me. I don't. You and your storyteller friends slipped into the water. It's just the right temperature for an evening dip. Plus, if some jealous shark comes along and manages to jump from the ocean into the pool, you're also pretty sure your killer companion could handle it. Hey, do you remember my story? You mean the one you just told, a minute ago? Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Did you, what did you think of, the young man in the story? Do you think he's weird? I would forgive him. What happened to him would make anyone snap. And who knows what happened in his past to lead him to that point. He was just trying to be good. Yes, that's all he wanted. He was to be good. I love him so much! I'm a simp. I'm sorry. Well, that makes sense. Did the young man remind you of anyone? Am I supposed to just tell him, I know it was you? Fuck. Yes and no. I think that's what makes it such a great story. It's unique and surprising, but relatable and familiar. I think we all know someone like that young man. I think we all have a little of him inside us. Wraith giggles, not in a gross way, like you're thinking, but a very silly one. I assume he's imagining a tiny little version of himself dancing around in his own belly because that's just who he is. I love him so much! You notice the temperature has dropped significantly. Is it cold in this water now, or is it just me? I feel like my toes are turning into ice cubes. Wraith seizes up and squeezes his eyes shut. Please, I can't be around any cube talk, not since, I heard that story from somebody else a long time ago. The story you just told us 2 minutes ago? Exactly, the one that wasn't about me. Usually we'd be nervous that we were about to make things awkward when we barge in, but obviously we couldn't hold a candle to whatever was happening here tonight. Either way, it's time for bed. For you, but not us. After you go to sleep, that's when we party. But you're not here to party with them. You've got your own repressed relationships to tend to. Shut up! Oh my god. You head over to the campfire. The heat is comforting on this chilly night. Looking into the crackling embers, you think about Ray's story about the young man who found out he was part of a sinister plot. What don't you know about your current situation is something that will terrify you, something that will make you snap. What if you look into the eyes of evil? What if you like it? Before you can dwell too much on your fate, Claudette and White arrive. Their now familiar creepy smile stretching from ear to ear. It's a bit menacing to see a smile like that lit by firelight. Ha! Jesus Christ. We must apologize for the accommodations. We weren't prepared for another guest, but we're going to make you comfortable or die trying. They hand over a pillow and blanket and welcome you to snuggle up by the fire. Perhaps some music will put you at ease? Just try to keep the volume to a minimum. Our other guests aren't the types you'll want to rob of their beauty sleep. Oh god, no, not another one! No matter how many things you listen to, you still can't sleep. You decide to ask one of the killers to spend a little more time with you until you're sleepier. Who would you like to summon to your side as you lay by the fire? Oh, can I just pick Wraith? Wraith? Are you around? I was wondering if I could get a little company. I can't really sleep. I love him so much! Oh, that happens to me a lot. Okay, don't laugh. Promise? I promise. I guess my secret to falling asleep is listening to the sounds of bells or chimes. Think of it as white noise to drown out anything you might be hearing that's keeping you up. Oh my god! He is a blessing to this earth and deserves to be protected. Like what, Wraith? Like those distant screams we can all hear coming from beyond the mountain? If that's, a bit morbid, I guess you could hold on to this chess piece of mine. I love him! It's a night, they're brave, like I wish I were, and the horsey's cute. You finally start to feel sleepy, except maybe this isn't really a sleepy feeling, maybe you're paralyzed. You try to keep your eyes open, but you can't. You wake suddenly and see someone looming over you. Trapper! Jesus Christ! He's sketching a portrait? No. Bruh, I am not drunk enough to deal with you. I came back. Oh, you're awake. I saw you with the Wraith right before bedtime. You should know they're not what they seem. Not like me, who's obviously completely honest and trustworthy. You're... No. You drawing me? Trapper doesn't answer. What? Yeah, today was fun. I don't want to get ahead of myself or really invest in something that might hurt me, so I don't know. Maybe we'll just see how it goes, or maybe they'll realize I'm not the one for them. They seem pretty smart, so that's probably what'll happen. Who has hurt my son? Who has hurt him? I shouldn't say my son. I love him so much. He's so great. I gotta learn to go easier on myself. Who could love me if I can't love myself? Can I get an amen? 29-year-old woman. Wraith is our goal. The goal is Wraith. Do we understand? Let's move on. Take us home, Wraith. There may be something off about this island, but it's doing wonders for you. I meant like you look well rested. I love him. Like you just got some good sleep and, oh, good Lord, never mind. No, stick it in there. A little more. Oh, yeah. That's it, yes. How does that feel? Intense. I'm a 29-year-old with the sense of humor of a 5-year-old. I can't. Nice. Yeah, that feels right. This is uncomfortable. Sorry, I didn't know how else to let you know I was here and that I could hear you. Well, you know. No, what? What do you think we were doing? You were doing... I don't know exactly what you were doing, but it sounded like fun? You think two people trying to find new ways to kill each other in a desperate search to make their own death permanent is fun? Oops. God! Go away! Play your cards right, I could give you a private show. Catch you around. Go away! And nope, another shadow. These people won't leave you alone. Let's see who it is this time. It's Brave! Let's go, baby! You two have gotten pretty cozy. Hi. Sorry if this is too forward, but do you want to get out of here? I know a place that's, it's kind of, I mean, it's got, well, it's hard to explain. Actually, it's kind of weird. You know what? If you want to go somewhere else with someone else, I totally understand. But if you want to see something weird and interesting, let me know, I guess. You've been around Wraith long enough to realize that this rambling speech is actually him being incredibly brave and asking you out. Before you can decide if you want to go off with Wraith, the Huntress interjects. God! I love them both! No! Fuck! Hey, I just wanted to give you a chance to head out with me to a cute beach house instead of whatever this guy is going to thank you. I said Wraith. It's Wraith. I gotta go with Wraith. Wraith? Yes? I picked you. Sorry, I stopped paying attention and I thought I was hallucinating and now, Really? Oh my god. Yes, really. Cool! Yes! Sir? Here's my island hangout. This is what I call the cosmic dump. I know. It's one of those first draft gonna change it later names that kinda sucks. Is this supposed to be the wrecker's yard? It's pretty weird. Like a collection of things from different, I don't know, places? You look around in awe, then look at the Wraith, expecting more of an explanation. It's a very long, awkward pause. Oh god. I'm trying to seduce the Wraith. Break the silence or look cute. To what? He took me to his lair. And he got really awkward and quiet. I don't know if I should break the silence or just look cute. Shit! I've also had like 2 shots of vodka, so I'm like, oh no. I'm fine.
No, you're not.
I'm fine.
No, you're not.
I'm gonna look cute. I want to look cute.
Cute.
You dig your toe into the dirt trying to be cute. Ray's too busy averting his eyes and dying inside to notice. I love him so much.
That's good.
So, what brings you to the island? He's smiling! I'm gonna be honest, because he said he likes honesty. I have no idea. They don't give you anything. I have no idea. An honest answer, Wraith lights up. The most excited you've seen him. Look at him. Look at him. Me neither. He doesn't know why he's there either. Oh no! Of course. Wraith pulls it out. The bell, you perv. I love it. Wraith gives it to you. The bell. He gives you the bell. Get your mind out of the gutter. Don't tell me what to do.
Wonderful.
Looking to shake up this date? Is this a date? Yeah. Anyway, looking to shake it up, you approach the potions and pick up the fanciest one. So what will we do next?
Decision.
I'm here for chaos. Let's mix them. You take the potions and start mixing them. Wraith will probably like a science lesson, right? Your new mixture starts to smoke as Wraith's eyes go wild. The glass explodes, taking out the other bottles in a domino effect of highly poisonous liquid and tiny sharp shrapnel.
Oh my god.
Wraith runs in front of you and shields you from the explosion! Wow, you certainly know how to make sparks fly.
Stop. You're fired. Whenever you want to part from your date, my darling.
I love you.
Love you.
Can you really be mad at me?
No.
Wraith nervously smiles. He's endearingly awkward. So, I guess, tell me about your family. Oh no. I feel like saying I have no family is a bad choice. Fuck it. I remember my grandmother. Not much, but she had this certain smell that always made me feel safe. That's actually true. That is actually true. Oh no. If it's possible for inky blackness to sparkle, it happens in Wraith's eyes. I remember my grandmother too, how she kept me safe, the wrinkles in her hands as she held on to me for dear life, how she soothed me during Wraith's eyes water as he trails off. Grandmothers are the best of us. I'm glad we share that bond. Oh my god. The sexual tension in the air is palatable, or maybe it's just regular tension, hard to tell with this guy. You look around for anything to distract you. Hoping it might turn into something a little more hands-on, you lay back and look at the stars. It sure is a beautiful night. Wraith joins you and starts. I don't know that word. Soliloquizing?
That is such an awkward...
Soliloquizing. Oh, he's just talking. Okay. I can see well in the dark. So I'm pretty good at picking stars out. How about you? You think you can take me on a constellation trivia? Oh no. No? Feeling invigorated by this slightly flirtatious challenge, you smirk playfully at Wraith. Do I? I've learned a lot laying on my back, looking up at the sky, that is. Let's see what we can do here. Deal. This constellation roughly translates to sea whale and is located in a region of the sky alongside the water-related constellations. Cestus? Cetus? Is that how it's pronounced? Yep. Cetus. Wraith cocks an eyebrow, perhaps realizing he's underestimated you. You smile proudly. Okay, maybe you just got lucky. Question the second. What do we call the constellations located in the ecliptic, or the path of the sun? The zodiac? Wraith shrugs. Okay, you got it. But that was a pretty easy one. Was it? Okay. Last question. Question the third. This constellation was first described by Nicolas Louis de Lacare and roughly translates to pendulum clock. Horolilligum? Is that correct? Wraith nods, impressed. Yes! You feel like you're finally warming up Wraith, so you unleash the big guns. Do you want to play Truth or Dare? Wraith looks mortified, but tries to keep it together. Maybe this is progress. I guess so, but only if I can ask first. Deal. Truth or Dare? Dare. I dare you to tell me if you were a plant, what kind of plant would you be? That's a dare. I love him so much. It's not a dare. Wraith, come on, that's not a dare. That's clearly just a lame question you were going to ask if I had chosen truth. No, it wasn't, but, I could try to, come up with a dare. Okay, next time you see Trapper, spank his butt. I don't wanna. You cackle. Deal. Okay. Dare. Screw it. I dare you to take off your shirt. Stop me if you've heard this one before, but Wraith sighs. Well, if I didn't want to take it off in the pool, why would I now? 'Cause I'm adorable. Oh, alright. I love how they've situated the bar to make it look like he took off his shorts, too. Oh no! Oh no! You applaud him as he blushes. He quickly puts his shirt back on and smiles, reinvigorated. Wraith clears his throat. Do you have my bell? I want to show you something. We're right, take a drink. Okay. Of course I have it. You reach for it, but it's gone. Wraith furrows his brow. I swear I had it. I don't know what could have happened. We'll need to find it. We have a very dramatic announcement. But it needs to take place at the beach. You arrive at the beach, but something feels off. You can't quite put your finger on it, but you feel uneasy and cold. And here's why. Spirit appears as if from nowhere. Hey, Michaela, bet you didn't expect this hot piece of sass. Yeah, I use these two simpletons to dupe you. You're easy to dupe. Maybe because deep down you wanted to be duped. There's no way Wraith can be keeping you happy. You deserve to be with someone real. A real ghost. Someone who really doesn't give a shit. Someone who doesn't even care if you say yes or no to me. You're a hypocrite. What a hypocrite. If you really don't care, why did you go through the trouble to win me over? You storm off, back to Wraith. You came back. No one ever comes back. Oh no. Wraith is shook. Are those tears falling in his eyes? Oh my god. I want to show you something. You follow Wraith to a corner of the ruins that you haven't seen. He brushes aside some dead leaves and branches, revealing a hatch in the ground. Want to do the honors? You open the hatch with some effort and lower yourself into a long tunnel, grabbing onto a rusty ladder and beginning your descent. Be careful. Where am I going? You descend into a spooky, dimly lit room. It looks like an ancient ritual chamber with torches, tapestries, engraved skulls, and animal remains. On one end is a set of intricately carved locks and cuff mechanisms on the wall, a torture area. On the other side is a table with potions, books, and maps. Look at the book. You pick up one of the larger leather-bound books and Wraith walks over, opening it to a specific page. You see incantations, symbols, and drawings of the someone chained to the wall. A different language you can't read except for the words Cult of the Black Veil. Conveniently, these words are exactly the language you can read. Convenient. From everything I found, I think these are the ruins of an ancient cult. They seem to be devoted to some type of sentient evil. I think they used this island, or maybe the person they worshipped did, and I think they used this ritual site to travel to and from the island. I think they sacrificed people on this torture wall in order to open some portal out of here. Map. You unfurl one of the larger rolled up pieces of canvas, revealing a detailed map of the island. It's all here. Trapper's Cave, Spirit's Lighthouse, Huntress's Cabin, all the common areas, even IP Island up in the corner with little hearts drawn around it. I've figured out the layout of the entire island. I need to know what it is I'm trying to escape from. Wall. You walk over to the wall and examine the chains and locks. It looks like some kind of torture wall. What happened to people here? Did they keep prisoners? It looks like they were tortured, but from what I've been able to dig up, it was something more ritualistic, serving a larger purpose. I have reason to believe these prisoners weren't alive for long. The music makes this not so scary. I love it. Do you think the Cult of the Black Veil is still around? Are we in danger? I don't know. Maybe, but I have a plan. All we need... He's smiling. I promise we're not being manipulated this time. Honest. It's time for dinner, you silly gooses. Come get some food. Dwight for the last time to pull up Goose's geese. Oh, thank God. Sorry, I keep forgetting. First off, I just want to say, true to your word, you leap up, run over to Trapper, and smack his ass hard.
Good.
Yes! Oh, I'm a child. You walk back to your seat, smiling at Wraith. He stifles a giggle. I don't know what just happened, but I did not like it. Anyways, yeah, I spent some time with Wraith today. It was fun. We had a great time, and we played Constellation Trivia. The whole thing left me starry-eyed. Everyone rolls their eyes. Talk about sexy. No, really, if you're gonna tell us a story, talk about something sexy instead of whatever that was. Ray smiles. You're strangely good at getting him to do that. Yeah. Because he is a good boy. Good boy. Tensions are rising, both of the sexual and deadly variety. I want to be nice. Finally, everyone starts moving towards the fire pit, fully get away from Wraith's complaining. Everyone needs to be nicer to my boy. How are you guys? Oh, cool. Now everyone's looking at you. So, do something. Should I pick someone to tell a story? Or we could play charades, Boggle? Well, we were actually thinking, why don't you tell us a story? I'd rather not. Why? Do you have something to hide? You're telling us you don't have a single story in your entire life? So sad. Truly, humanity has released its crumbling nadir. I just want to hear your voice. Why are you being like this? Because you're all much better storytellers than I. Look at you wooing everyone without offending anyone. The killers blush, flattered, except Spirit. She sees through you. Sorry. Decide who to tell a story tonight. Sid. Well, I guess if you want, let's see, what story could I tell? I could tell you one about Mami Wada, a beautiful African sea goddess who would lure men in with sex and then reveal her true form as half woman, half fish, making them swear to be true to her and no one else. Long story short, it usually ended badly for the men. Bet. Which is the end of the story, I guess. My bad. Let's see. There's that one about the mysterious cult that would demand human sacrifice to, no, that's no good. You don't want to hear that one. There's a living tree. Its branches were more like tentacles, and it oozed a strange liquid from its bark. One time, a girl I knew drank the liquid. She disappeared that night. But a week later, a new tree appeared. It had a very familiar-looking face etched into the bark. No, that's a bad story. That could never happen. What about something truly horrifying? One time I was doing my math and I mixed up the quadratic equation and passed. That's the worst!
Travesty.
Just for a second in my mind. I guess I was tired, but wow. That was really scary. I want to hear more about the half-fish lady. Particularly the fish part. Trapper, do you have something you want to tell us? Which killer will you pick? And yes, we're back to excluding Trickster because, ugh, that guy. Wraith. I knew you'd never pick me. Who am I kidding? I did pick you. Wraith immediately turns and runs away. As you catch up to Wraith, as usual, he appears a little anxious. You stop and step behind Wraith, placing your hand between his shoulders and neck before he realizes what's happening. Surprise massage! Wraith tenses up as your touch, but then relaxes. Oh, that's the spot. You cannot. I love this game! Normally inhibited Wraith lets out a moan before returning the favor, and before you know it, all your stress is melted from your body. Hey, this is supposed to be about you, mister. Oh no, I didn't mean, I wanted to... There's that big sigh again. Sorry, sometimes I get too in my head. You nod understandingly. Maybe there's some way we can get you out of there. Oh no. I don't want to screw this up. We're on a beach. Maybe we should get down and dirty in the sand. It is a dating sim. It would be a shame to let it all go to waste, and just to make sure there's no confusion about your intentions, you wink. That'll work. There's no way Wraith will misinterpret this. That's a great idea. But maybe we can both keep clean if I grab Dwight and get him dirty instead, sir. Uh-huh. As Wraith runs off to kidnap Dwight for some nefarious purposes, the narrator looks at you and smirks. Yes, the narrator is so smug about being right that they are now talking in the third person. Alright, I get it, you're right. Thank you. Wraith returns with an exhausted Dwight and some shovels, and you realize you will now be burying Dwight in the sand and making a sand sculpture around his head. I love it here. Look, I know this isn't what you had in mind, but it seems kind of fun. Okay, what sand sculpture do you want to build? Mermaid! Let's make Dwight a mermaid. Yes, just like Mommy Wada. You dig a hole the size of a person. This truly is a Dead by Daylight experience, isn't it? Once it's big enough, an unenthused Dwight gets in and you pile sand on him up to his neck. You put the finishing touches on Mer Dwight. Wraith takes out a Polaroid camera and takes a pic. And the three of you, he's all smiles, Dwight looks miserable. Wow, that really relaxed me, thank you. It's so late, time flies when you're on a date with the coolest person on the island. This is a date? Wraith smiles and rolls his eyes. Come on, let's get back to the group. You start to leave and you hear Dwight whimper. High tide's gonna come in. I'm gonna drown. You're trying to impress a killer, but that doesn't mean you can just let Mer Dwight drown. You quickly dig around Dwight's neck and shoulders until he can free an arm. Rest is up to you. I gotta run. Thank you, Michaela. Oh, so you're also trying to impress them. That's nice. True neutral party. That's fair. You jog to catch up to your date. Wraith turns to you, smiling sheepishly. Wow, this day went by so fast. But guess it's over. I don't understand. Why is it... You strange, beautiful weirdo. Who's ready for Robin? How round are we talking? No, not to eat, Huntress. Each killer gets 2 minutes to tell you about the dream date they have planned for you tomorrow. In no particular order, which is a weird thing to mention, right? Almost like the order does matter. Trapper, why don't you go first? You think you deserve it, even if, in this case, it's a subtle dig. Stop talking. Trapper, without further ado, what would you like to make us uncomfortable by pushing the boundaries of what's acceptable, not only to polite society, but within the narrative of this in-world event and also the larger meta-narrative of the Dead by Daylight dating experience? Okay. Thank you, I'd love to. You're thinking of picking me? Well, this is your final warning. Pick me and be punished and rewarded. Tomorrow will suck, probably, but I'm not an easy guy to get along with, I know that. But I can tell you this much, I'm hiding a secret on this island that will make fans shit themselves with excitement. I'm not here for you. If you like Trapper, you're gonna love it. If you're not a maggot, also everyone, even confident, sexy ladies in rabbit masks, better stay the hell away from my yacht. Hit a spirit. Figuratively. Damn it, Dwight. You gotta watch your words with these people. Tomorrow you'll spit in the face of God, die, and be reborn anew. That's it. If you're not intrigued by that, I don't want you. Go draw crayon art with Trapper, or dig up whatever mysteries with Wraith. I don't know what those guys do all day. Do you want to at least specify which god you'll be spitting in the face of? All of them. Okay then, so hydrate tonight if you intend to hang with Spirit. Great Huntress, why don't you take it from here? Tomorrow morning I'm planning on a nice atmospheric breakfast on the yacht. Don't worry, Trapper won't even know it's gone. What was that? Nothing, go away. Then boy oh boy, I've got such an adventure planned that involves hunting for treasure. What kind of treasure are we looking for? Guess you'll have to pick me to find out. Let me tell ya, it's primo stuff. Now if you don't mind, I've got to start preparing because it's clear already that you're going to pick me. Confident, mysterious, I like it. Sorry, anyway, Wraith? Well, I don't know, I'd really prefer to just tell Michaela privately. I don't really know how that's gonna work with these game mechanics. What if you just whisper it to Michaela? Wraith considers this for a long moment. Too long. That's fine. Without moving, Wraith lowers his voice to a barely audible whisper. Tomorrow, we have to find my bell. And then I can finally tell you about what I've been working on. It's gonna be really special, the kind of thing where we really bond, and maybe finally get off this island, and maybe then we can go on a real date. Sir, you done? Is that it? Wraith nods, proud. And time's up, everyone. Gosh, you need to dream about these options. If you're ready to choose in the morning, go dream about all these swoon-worthy options so that you're ready to make a choice come dawn. Have a swell night. Did you forget to mention something? Oh gosh, how could we forget? Before you run off to slumber peacefully, there's one more thing to do. No reality surviving dating competition parody would be complete without singling out one of our contestants who's already teetering on the edge of psychological break and giving them a little push. Hold up, this has been a survival dating competition parody this entire time and I'm just now finding out about it? The signs are there, you just didn't read them. Welcome to Murderer's Island. It's now time to eliminate one of the killers. It's like butchering and it hurts even worse. You can't kill a killer, but you can break their heart. Do you dare even try? That's right, tomorrow one of these sexy slicers will not be eligible to take you on a date. Who's it gonna be? Because it's dramatic, because it's surprising, because it's a classical reversal of fate, and it will hurt somebody's feelings. Someone dangerous. Who's gonna be a champ? What's your thought process here? I already kind of know who I'm gonna eliminate, so it's fine. Bye. This was very simple. Trapper, you scared the living shit out of me. You're eliminated. That's fair. Honestly, though, I don't care. You suck. But not in a good way. You bore me, you personality-free maggot. You wouldn't even be fun to kill you. Which I was totally going to do tomorrow the first chance I got. So really, this is a win-win for both of us. Still might kill you, though, out of principle for eliminating me. Sleep with both eyes open and have fun on your date tomorrow. Now that you've broken the heart of someone heartless, you should go get some shut-eye. Don't worry too much about the broken heart you've left behind, because of course they'll be receiving a consolation prize. They might not get to go home with Michaela when this is all over, but they'll never sleep alone again. That's right, we're sending our eliminated player home with... It's a trickster body pillow!
Good.
We'll see how things go tomorrow. I suppose I'm not expecting anything. I tend to shut my mind off during hard times. I know I seemed all excited and devil-may-care, but the truth is I'm really a pessimist at heart. That tends to happen when your mother is skewered by an elk when you were young. Yeah, how'd you know? Wild guess. If you'll excuse me, I think I saw a raccoon in the tree and I'm feeling peckish. I don't remember the last time I felt this nervous, excited. Wraith! Chemically, those two feelings are very similar, but, I don't know. Michaela's great. What else do you want me to say? I love you. Soft sunlight warms your skin, nudging you awake. Also, you're using a killer crab as a pillow, which it's sort of okay with. What's that? You don't know about the killer crabs? Alright, guess you didn't go that hunter state. You really missed out. It was thrilling, or I guess it would have been. You'll have to play the game again to meet that reference, I suppose. You pull on the beach attire and splash water on your face. Dwight and Claudette approach. Is that the look on their faces? Excitement? Terror? You notice your stomach flutters with butterflies. Someone's in love. It's time for our newcomer to confess their love. Wait, I have to do a drum roll for this. No, you don't. Who cares? Michaela, who do you choose? Can we at least do the flower thing? Dwight, I thought we agreed to keep that between us. No, not that flower thing. The thing where the suitor gets a flower as a symbol of the contestant's love and affection. Oh, right, I suppose, but no roses. There's such a cliche at this point. Well, that's good, because I tried to pick a rose, but I got an ouchie, so I settled for these. Aww. It's so cute. You've done good, Dwight. This is a lovely bouquet. Who do you select to receive these flowers and spend the day with you? Duh. You turn to Wraith and let out a sigh. You are becoming more like him. Wraith, since I got to this island, I've been drawn to your quiet nature, your unassuming good looks, and nervous energy you bring to every situation, no matter how normal and mundane. I love the way your brain works, I love the way your body moves, and I love how we are together. Wraith looks like he just watched the Earth explode from an orbiting space shuttle. His mouth hangs open a little, his eyebrows twitch. No one can tell if he's too excited to process or partially dead. Got anything to say, Wraith? Sounds about right. Bet, let's go! I can't believe after spending so much time with you, you'd still want to do it more. I'm only going to disappoint you. You can never disappoint me. Well, we'll see about that. We still have a full day ahead of us. Speaking of which, what exactly do you have planned for me today? Before we get into that, I need to tell you something. It's about me, but ultimately, more about you. We spent a lot of time together. You know me pretty well. You know how easily I get flustered, how introverted and in my head I am. You know I'm awkward around other people, triggered by the sight or talk of money, weird about intimacy. But you are incredible and kind and patient. You've put up with my quirks, and after spending so much time with you, I feel like I've changed. Something about you puts me at ease. I feel different. And that's good. I had to change in order to spend this day with you the way I want. Because I love... Almost there. You still can't say it. That's okay, though. You smile at him warmingly. See? There it is. You always know how to comfort me. I haven't had that in a long time. Anyone I've chose to has abandoned me, usually against their will, but it still hurts. So why bother trying to connect with anyone? They're just going to be brutally murdered while I watch or overhear or sleep through it. You put your hand on his shoulder. All I want is someone to love, a family to care for, not touched by evil or greed or power, a small house in the middle of nowhere, never bothered by anyone. You're the first person in forever I felt like I could see a future with. Wraith holds up Azerov's skull. My story about the man who pulled out his boss's skull and spine, that was about me. You almost tell him that you know, everyone knows, but decide against it. Too long I've been attached to Azerov's skull. I have left it to define me, no more. Wraith tosses the skull into the water. As he watches it sink, you notice a gold coin on the ground that dislodged from it. You know how Wraith is with gold coins. What do you do? I'm not picking it up. Wraith turns to you smiling. He seems like a new man. Let's go back to the dump. Okay. What a romantic sentence to start this day with. Let's go! As you walk into the cosmic dump, Wraith oozes with nervous excitement. Oh gosh, do I have something incredible planned for tonight? He even tries to wink. It's kind of grotesque, but hey, this sad boy is finally opening up. He pulls out some lotions and oils. Sensual. You ready? That's odd. What's wrong? No, it's just... You're holding Azerov's skull again. You just made a whole big thing about how you feel like you've changed and you're not defined by it. And you threw it away. Yeah, I did. Azerov was terrible and I'm no longer using his skull as my security blanket. This is his brother Paul, but also a really bad guy that I took care of. I have 20 of these things. All really bad guys. Huh, guess you can't really change some people. Anyway, back to our exciting night to end all nights. Yes. I'll stay here and prepare if you want to go find my bell. He takes a step closer and whispers. Then when you come back, we can ring it. I love you. He's so great. What does that even mean? I don't know, but it seems very exciting. And look what you've done to this angsty shy boy. He's losing his inhibitions. And maybe soon, he'll be losing his clothes. Good soup. I suppose I could check this creepy black lighthouse on the edge of the island. Lighthouses usually have one big room at the top. Should be easy to search. You turn to leave and catch Wraith winking at you again as you exit. You know what? Maybe that wasn't a wink at all. Some of the mud he uses to cover up his face is probably dripping while he sweats anxiously. Shut up, narrator! He's so rude! Only half of your brain and a portion of your soul was damaged. The rest seems to be mostly okay, as far as I can tell. Spirit hands over the bell. I only missed one. Please leave me alone. Gladly. You excitedly walk to see Wraith in his sexiest outfit yet. In true Wraith fashion, his reaction is a little more subdued. He just looks at you and sort of smiles. Oh my god. Hope you have something for me that's gonna make me as happy as I just made you, sir. Look at this guy, so open and comfortable in his own skin, cloak, painted burnt flesh thing. Beaming, you hold up the bell. It took me all over the island, but I found it. Spirit stole it because it's a long story. Now, do you want to tell me what we'll be doing with it? Wraith holds the bell and tears up. He kisses it. Weird. Only one more thing until we can finish this. What are we finishing? Or should I say, who? You wink. Always a nice touch. You know, I can't tell you that yet, but while we wait, Wraith hands you a super sexy outfit. Outfit's maybe too strong of a word. This is barely more than just a tiny bit of cloth connected by various thin elastic bits. You look at it and bite your lip. Should I change? You'd better. Sir, this is a Wendy's. I'm gonna need you to chill. Well, actually, it's a Chipotle, but... You duck behind one of the obelisks, take off your clothes, slipping into your new sheer, barely there collection of straps. It is incredibly revealing. Somehow you look more naked with this on than you would if you were actually naked. It's something. Eyes up here. Sorry, it's impressive. You return to Wraith and model your new outfit. I'm wearing basically nothing. Oh, just you wait, sir. His face. This is a Chipotle. He grew flowers! Oh no! The lights dim. Oh dang, is this what you've been waiting for, you little freak? Relaxed and confident, Wraith is totally a different person than this introverted loner you met when you arrived on the island. Are you ready? I want to give you my heart. I'm ready. The lights go out. It's so chilly. Don't worry, we'll warm up. He's not wrong. Wraith's naked skin feels like fire on yours, the fire he's been so afraid of this whole time. You melt into his arms, his lips exploring it. I should probably leave you two alone. It feels weird to be documenting this. Go away, narrator. Before I give you my heart, I'm going to give you something else. There it is. Yeah, I'm gonna head out. I'll see you in the... Hold up. Even in the dark, I think I know that smell. It's like salad dressing mixed with suntan oil. Dwight and Claudette? Oh, guess they like to watch. I hate it! Hold that thought, lovebirds. Wraith, your special guest is here early. Well, I didn't know human bodies could fit that way together. Sure they can. I'll show you when we're done tonight. God damn it. Lights pop back on. You and Wraith are still wearing virtually nothing. No time to get dressed. We've got to go immediately. That's right, the secret hatch reveal time. And no, that's not some double entendre. Follow us. Dwight and Claudette disappear into an open hatch on the ground. Wraith throws on some clothes and you both follow. God damn it! We were so close to this ending. It's even colder down here. Have fun. Our job pretty much stops at getting you here. Contrary to what you may have heard, we don't like to watch. Not this. See you later. They climb back up the ladder and you turn around. Hello! Across from you stands a very old Nigerian woman. Hello! Who are you? Grandma Abby. This your grandma? Philip! His name's Philip! They embrace. You are suddenly very aware of how exposed your skin is and how chilly you are. Forgive me, Michaela, this is my grandmother. Abigail, pleased to meet you, Michaela. So you're the little one my Philip has chosen. Interesting. Interesting? What does that mean? Do you need to earn the respect of Grandma Abby now? I can't wait to get to know the person my Philip has decided to give his heart to. Come, help me make drinks. You go with Grandma Abby. I have to repair the bell. Happy to, Philip. Wraith looks sheepish, like he's reverted a little back to his old self. Oh yeah, I guess I never told you my real name. Philip Ojimo. Oh. You bow deeply. Nice to meet you, Philip Ojimo. Wraith laughs, grabs the bell, and leaves. Grandma Abby takes your hand and guides you to the table with potions. Come, let's get some refreshments. I'm an old lady, and it's not too easy for me to mix these exactly. My hands aren't just as steady as they once were. You'll need to help me pour. Now doesn't seem like the time for questions like, what is this? Or are we supposed to drink these possibly poisonous liquids? Just get into it. Fill that cup up. That could have been better, but I certainly wouldn't be able to manage it. I suppose we'll have to do. Come, while we wait, I want to make sure you're the one. You sit across from her and she smiles brightly at you. Phil's been through so much. He saw things as a child that no child should ever have to even think about. Oh. I feared what that could do to a person. But not Philip. He is thoughtful and strong-willed. He's a good boy. I agree. Although thinking back to what you two were getting up to right before this, maybe you don't agree. Tell me, Michaela, Philip's birthday's coming up. What would you get him as a gift? A statue of a horse. Something big and bold. Maybe a statue. Maybe of a horse. You have no idea why you said that. You immediately regret it. But Grandma Avi's face lights up. Wonderful. That would remind him of the knight, his favorite chess piece. Yeah, I know. You liar. Okay, tell me this. If Philip could be a tree, what kind of tree would he be? I don't fucking know. This one? With colorful, beautiful blossoms, they make me explode with energy and feel alive inside like Wraith. Ugh. He might make you feel that way, but that's not who Philip is. Maybe you're just nervous. This is a strange situation, I admit. She considers you for another beat, then calls out, Philip, we're ready! Need a couple more minutes. She turns back to you. Well then, how about a game to lighten the mood before our big event? Maybe we could do something constellation trivia, or maybe cornhole. Oh, thank God. This is Dead by Daylight. Let's have some goddamn fun for once in your life. This is Dead by Daylight. Let's have fun for once. The constellation trivia. Who doesn't like answering random questions about constellations? Okay, let's go. Okay, this one was Cestus. The Zodiac. Okay, I thought that was tough, but you got it. Good job. Hey, you got off to your right. Looks like Grandma Abby is pretty impressed with you. I'm glad you got a moment to relax. Sorry I yelled at you earlier. It's been a long game. Wraith re-enters, holding the bell. It looks brand new. I think we're ready. Time to drink up. Grandma Abby hands out the potions, drinks you made. First to Wraith, then herself, then you. She stops and looks at you. She stares you down intensely with a sweet smile on her face. No matter what you do, you cannot abandon my Philip. Do you understand? He has been abandoned his whole life. I regret leaving that bunker. His parents regret leaving our village. But he is here now, and he has opened up to you, of all people. You cannot betray him. Or I will haunt you from my grave. Yes, ma'am. You don't mess with a black grandma. You don't do it. And my spectral form is not always as nice as this one before you right now. Thank you for that advice. Of course, dear. Now, where were you two before I arrived? We were about to play a board game, fully clothed. It's okay, she knows. Thank God. But also, she does. Of course I do. It's a requirement of the ritual. The what? Grandma and Wraith stand up and walk to the wall with hanging chains and locks. Are you ready? Yes, I'm finally ready to leave this place. As Grandma Abby places Wraith in chains, your jaw drops. What is happening? This is what we've been working towards. This is how we consummate our relationship. What? The calls of the Black Veil would do this ritual to leave and return to the island. One lover would be sacrificed and the other would do the sacrificing. So here I am, ready to move on, to be sacrificed. No, this is crazy. I don't even know what to do. That's why Grandma Abby's ghost was summoned to help. Philip's heart must be removed, lit on fire, and the bell rung. Huh? Everything you've done here has been building to this. In shock, you look up at Wraith, arms and legs splayed against the cold, mossy stone. You have to do the ritual. You have to carve out my heart. You don't get an invitation like that every day. I do not. It sounds like fun, doesn't it? You've done so well. You've earned it. We're almost at the finish line. You didn't think I brought you all this way without a plan, did you? What kind of sinister body of salt water do you think I am? I'm sorry I didn't tell you before. I couldn't. I never would have come. You never would have come with me on this journey. A disturbingly calm Grandma Abby hands you a jagged dagger. It seems far too dull for this job. What? All he wants to do is leave this place. With you, you can make that happen. Those who slay together, stay together. That's a really twisted shit. Okay. Grandma Abby, still witty under very intense and disturbing circumstance. This ritual requires sacrifice on both ends. We both need to be in love with each other. I love you, and I've been waiting to give you my heart. Please take it. His name changed to Philip. Yes. I love you too. Stifling tears, you accept the dagger from Grandma Abby, and after taking a moment to compose yourself, plunge it into the Wraith's chest. He winches and groans as you slice him open. I'm sorry. As you dig the knife in, Wraith reaches out and brushes his thumb across your cheek. Even in this nightmare situation, your heart races and your cheeks blush red. He smiles through the pain. Your hair was covering your face. I wanted to get a better look at you. Sir, this is a Chipotle. Awkward. Not as awkward as what you're actually doing, though, which, to remind you, is plunging a dagger into the chest of your beloved right after declaring your love for each other in order to remove his heart for a strange ritual that might be complete bullshit. Real Romeo and Juliet vibes. Wraith goes limp as you insert your hand into the gaping hole you've made. It's slippery and warm, and you're not a doctor. How are you supposed to? Oh, no, there it is. You slipped your hand under his ribcage, and that is definitely a heart. You try not to vomit as you wrap your fingers around it, take a breath, and pull. It slides out surprisingly easily. Grandma Abby snips the arteries and veins and takes the heart from you. Covered in blood and tears, you watch her put your beloved's heart in a stone dish and light it on fire. She takes the bell, looking fresh and shiny and new, and rings it. There's a blinding flash of light in that instant. You worry you've killed Wraith for nothing. And then blackness. Through the darkness, you hear the sounds of the waves lapping. It's calm and still, just like when this journey began. Remember that? Feels like it was just 3:35 ago. You record the time I started? Fuck you! You realize everything is dark because your eyes are closed. You decide to keep them that way for just one more moment. You did it. You fell in love with the killer. You made him fall in love with you, and you consummated your relationship. Is that what that was? I don't think I've been consummating my relationships correctly. Shit. We should try again. Do you want to be chained, or do you want to do the,
I think I'd rather be chained.
Okay. Noted.
Any of this mortal plane.
Dark humor. By agreeing to sacrifice him in a questionable ritual in order to get off the island, did you do the right thing? Did you play the game correctly? You open your eyes. You're still here, but you feel a weight has been lifted. You look to your right. Wraith is here, alive. He has stitches on his chest. Your love is alive, but the ritual didn't work. What is going on in this place? Outside, Claudette and Grandma Abby buried Dwight in a hole, sculpting him into a sand castle in the shape of a T-Rex. We made him a mermaid. We could join them and play in the sand, or we could get down and dirty right here in my cabana. Fucking Chipotle? Let's leave them out there till high tide. Maybe longer. Wraith smiles. Rawr. That's Dino for I love you. Philip, no!